Alright, welcome to another Let's Try. Today I'm going to be trying Shell Soldier, a demo. Fixed as good as possible. Right, so Shell Soldier. This Shell Soldier is a high-octane first-person shooter set in a bleak dystopian future, featuring frenetic firefights against a diverse range of enemy combatants, each employing unique tactics and weaponry and offering a wide arsenal of lethal tools for disposal. Tagged by FPS, bullet time, player versus enemy, first person and shooter, single player game, blah 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 blah. There is no release date. Let's go. Let's turn down this. Alright, so I'm gonna be checking out the settings and stuff. I might add a timestamp if I feel that one out. If I feel that the settings are taking some time to showcase, so you can then skip directly using timestamp to gameplay. That was loud as beep. Okay, a little bit scared about the audio mixing here in the OBS. Right, so we have full screen or window mode. I'm gonna guess full screen is probably borderless, but I'm not sure. Could be exclusive. We have 16:9, 16:10, 21:9. That's nice. I would have liked 32:9, but when I play FPS games, I actually prefer 16:9. I don't really feel that 21:9 and 32:9 is something that I need. Oh, okay. When I'm using this one, okay, right. It adds black bars on the sides here. And every time I change this, it goes to a borderless full screen and I have to toggle it back. Right, so I don't know how good this is gonna work since it added black borders on the left and right. It might also be borders in game. Let's move on. You have a field of view slider without any numbers, so you just have to try this when you're in game. You have a max frame rate without any numbers. And when I change this, it doesn't change my FPS that you can see in the top left corner. So this might be broken. Let's just max it out. We have a contrast, brightness and gamma slider, which doesn't seem to work. It's not in the menu. Brightness, that doesn't seem to work. Gamma, that doesn't seem to work. We have a film grain that I did untick. Might not be working. There's no reset button, so I cannot really reset this either to like be centered. And there's no values. I don't know if this is 50% or not. Could be 51, 52, who knows? Graphics settings. We have some different, at least on paper. Again, I'm starting to get a little bit curious since this doesn't seem to work. We have different anti-aliasing. These are good options. We have texture qualities, nice option. Motion blur on off like that. Ambient and volumetric lighting. Bullet holes, blood splatters, explosion mark. I'm gonna leave this at default because, and again, the sliders, if they work, who knows? I might try to change the FOV when we are in game just to see if some of the sliders work or not in game. Sound settings, master volume, sound effects and music volume. Good setting here. I would have, again, this is personal preference, but I like when volume are, you know, starting at like 70%, and this slider seems to work. Now the audio is gone, so this slider seems to be working. Control, I'm using mouse and keyboard for this quick test here. You have a mouse sensitivity slider, there's no values, but you have a slider. You have a different type of crosshair. Can't really see the difference because it's hidden by this menu. I do like that this menu, I like that this is pretty centered, but for the crosshair maybe we need to have a box containing the crosshair here, because how do I know which one I want? I have to be in game and then backing in and out of the menu to see this, so we might try that. I change from white to green. I like this option with different colors. Would be nice with the custom, but this is good. Crosshair size and crosshair opacity. I cranked the opacity to max. You have an individual mouse sensitivity and gamepad sensitivity. I like that. Invert look. Alright. Pretty bare bone, but it's something for a demo. Most of the, useful thing is here, except for rebinding. There is no rebinding for mouse, keyboard, or for the gamepad. You are pretty much shit out of luck. You have to use the in-game controls. Might be a bit bad start here, especially when it comes to keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and mouse users tend to like to rebind games to their liking so that they get a consistent vibe of their FPS games across the board and not having completely different key bindings for different FPS games. Overall having some kind of baseline. Here you are just stuck to the baseline of what the game is telling you. Let's go into play game. It seems like we have one act. Maybe coming soon, I don't know. Maybe this is just the demo act, or maybe we get 4 or 5 acts in this demo. Don't know. Select level. We cannot change the difficulty. We can press this. Doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, here we go. Here's how you select difficulty. Okay. Easy, normal, hard, blah 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 blah. Ultra hard, okay. Go with normal. Oh, you have to press back. Okay. And play. I did be a little. Maybe look at other games how they do it. I think that most people wanna just press or change with something, here instead of there, and play game. Maybe if you have select difficulty normal here, and then you have like big play game or start game here instead. This is a little bit confusing. Maybe that's just me. Right. I will be running this on an AMD Ryzen 5 9060X CPU, coupled with Nvidia RTX 5070 GPU and 32 gigs of DDR5 memory. You have the performance measurements up top. So we have this kind of comic textbook cutscene intro. Right, so we are some kind of super soldier. All right. Well, it's bad? No, the voice acting seems very generic.
I'm sure you have no memory of who you are or what's going on.
I don't know if this, we are in the age of AI. This could be AI voice. I haven't looked into it.
Wants to put a bullet between your eyes.
But it's very stiff voice acting, nothing standing out. But that's okay by me. Gameplay is
Fight your way out of there.
Mostly. Right, fight your way out of here. So yeah, story and stuff is secondary. The gameplay is mostly the most important. But I did forget to mention one thing. You have 0 control over your resolution. Let me try this for fun. Right, you don't have black borders, so 21:9 looks pretty good. It does seem to only expand on the horizontal, which is nice. Again, I think that, people like 21 and 32:9 is possible, but a nice little touch. But resolution, we need to change the resolution. This, I believe, is running on Unity engine. I did quick look, and I couldn't find an easy way to change the resolution at all. So this is locked to a 1080p, and this 1080p seems to be the max. I don't know how to describe this, but when I changed from 16:9 to 21:9, it seemed like the windowed mode got smaller vertically and wider horizontally. Let me see if I can try to spot the difference. Yeah. So that's interesting. I'm not sure, maybe you can tell in the video later on, but it doesn't seem like the game is cropping vertically to fit into 21:9. But it's hard to tell. Can't press escape to go out of the menu, don't like that. It's hard to tell if it is cropping here. If we do this, let me try this. Is it cropping or is it not? It is not cropping, but this is so weird. So the game is, it seems to be a good 21:9 implementation here. It would seem like, but it is limited to a 1080p 16:9 window, and when you change to 21:9, it actually resizes the window mode, so it is vertically now a smaller window. So it seems like this game is limited to 1920 pixels in horizontal, and when you change the, from 16:9 1080p to 21:9, it will then, make it smaller. I'm not sure, is it like 800 pixels or something like that, so 1920 times 800 instead in window mode resolution. It's really weird. We need a resolution for sure. There we go, back there. Can we change the field of view? Yes, okay. This is what it should have been. It should have been more like... This should have been possible from the main menu. And now, okay, this should also been possible from the main menu. So now these one work. These sliders work. Max frame rate does not seem to work. There's no VSync on or off. So this slider is not working at all. This is working. Holy mother of blurriness. So these are blurry as hell. These are still pretty decently sharp, but holy mother of God. Alright. We are playing around a little bit here. Here we go. Very minor motion blur. I don't prefer motion blur, but it's nothing too crazy. People might want to tweak that a little bit, if it is even working. Okay. Right, you can see in the top roof that changes. Again, we want this from the main menu to work also. Right, AO here. Yep. Controls is still nothing that we can change. And we have to do this to go out. Oh, that's weird looking crosshair. Not a good idea to have the menu hiding the crosshair. So you can't tweak the crosshair. It's a very sharp crosshair also. It could use some kind of clear font or smoothing, softening around the kind of curved. Right, I would like to be able to turn off the leaning thing. Some people could get nauseous by that. Space or A button. You are forced to use a toggle crouch. Yes. Looks a pretty artistic. The art, the art direction here, artistically simple, but these textures and every time, it's super high quality anything, but pretty good and nice. CPU usage here is again on my 9600X. It's not high CPU usage. System memory, we are not even hitting over 8 gig. So this might hurt me. No. Oh, I have to dash. This is just blocking me. Okay. You have... Okay, we have 2 dashes. You can see in the... Let me change... Oh, sorry. You can't see. I'm gonna change so you can see. Oops. This one, thank you. There you go. You can see. The bottom left, you have 2 dashes. We have a melee on V. That's not gonna work for me, and I can't rebind it. You have 0 armor, 100 HP. Right, yeah, I really would like to disable the leaning thing. I'm not a fan of this, but alright, yeah, I like the artistic, clean look here. Bit bright, not oversaturated or undersaturated or anything like that, but a pretty nice thing here. There seems to be some kind of softening post-op filter here. I would like to maybe disable that. You have some glare thing here, some might want to disable that. Alright, I think I missed the tutorial here that's told me to do this. Alright, there we go. Yeah, a little artistic thing here. You have it, alright. And use dodge. And interact with that. It's pretty low quality on these though. Nothing exciting here. You can't even read that. Very weird looking texture here. Very low quality on these one. This AI or something. They are blurry here, and then you have like sharp edges. I don't know. Very weird. You always are in the kind of AI like weirdness thing. You're scared about how much is AI, how much is, you know, done by normal people, but none of these textures can be readable. This looks a bit more sharp, and these are really blurry with some kind of sharp outer edges. This would be adding to the immersion if it was like, you know, sharper, crisper, easier to read, even if it's nothing that is just pure nonsense. Because, oops, I did not mean to do that. Shit happens. Because everything is cranked up here to the max. Let me just... I don't know if that works, but for fun. But we can see that the GPU also is, my RTX 5070 is pretty, you know, relaxed. It's not being overly used or anything like that. Looks like they almost just in look to that. Right. The GPU is pretty much relaxing here, not even hitting over 50%. It's probably idling. My GPU is probably idling and not being, you know, maxed out or anything like that. And VRAM is just, you know, 4.5 gig with OBS recording. For some popping there, interesting. We have medkits pressing for left button. You have to press E to pick up. Good, I like when you have the options to automatically pick up. You can reload with R. How much? Oh. What the hell? Heal with left button is not working. Have to press C, okay. Not break that. Yeah, the leaning is the biggest thing for me that I really like, wanna, you know... Oh, oops. I really would like to disable. Okay, so that you have bullet time on Q. Again, I would really like to be able to see and rebind the controls. I'm sure the game is gonna tell me about the slow-mo with Q button. Right, this looks a little bit better. Can't read those, but these are... Why is this not readable? It looks weird. Pretty crisp and then blurry mess. Oh, okay. We did something there. Uh-huh. What? Ooh, that looks... that is very low quality. Alright, alright. Oh, I need more power cells. So I grabbed the power cell here and I put it in there. I need to find one more power cell. Okay, okay. So, do I have to grab this? Okay, yes, I do. Ooh, I would like to turn off the screen shake there. That is quite... can be a bit jarring if you're gonna dash a lot in this game. Not to open anything. Can't break these. My mouse left and right button do nothing. Moment. Like to rebind that. Right, so now you have 2 power cells. Okay. Oh, can you carry more? Okay, you can carry more than 1 battery at a time. It's pretty sharp. Some of the textures here, and again, it's simple, sharp, crisp graphics. Not any huge problem. It's just some of the textures definitely look a bit, you know, low quality, out of place. It probably would have been better look if you had some even more like thicker fog. And destroy the glass. That looks something. Maybe it's just a thicker fog, because that is very low illusion. The biggest thing obviously is going to be shooting. Hit Q. Oh, now okay, now I understand what the game told me. Press C. That's the keyboard mapping, or left button. That's the gamepad button. Okay, I see. This is a bit confusing because we have a Y button on your keyboard. This could confuse people. So you might want to differentiate this in some way, that this Q is keyboard button and Y is gamepad button. Okay. Alright, that seems a bit interesting for sure. A little bit like the Fear. We can't pick up their weapon. We only have a gun so far. Do I have... I have infinite ammo, it looks like. Yes. In the bottom right you can see the ammo for the guns. We can see that the game is running smooth in 120 frames at least. But it is 1080p only, so... Ooh, that's a low quality. Hopefully they can tweak some of the graphical the textures. That looks, you know, pretty reasonably crisp, and this looks oh, this is good enough texture wise. And then you are these that just, the hell is going on? Cannot change weapon with mouse wheel up or down. Have to press 1 or 2. Well, we have no ammo. We have a gun without ammo. I would like to be able to... Cannot get ammo for this one yet. We definitely want to change the weapon with mouse wheel up and down. And again, the screen shake is kind of hit to perform a melee attack. Okay, so if you do melee, you get ammo. Interesting. I really don't want to use V for melee. Hit V or right stick. Ooh, not who. That's yeah. I do not like. For gamepad, I would also need like rebinding, but I could use the Steam input to rebind, I guess. This demo actually could have been more fun if I would have used my 8BitDo Ultimate 2 or Steam controller here, so I could just rebind on the fly. I don't think I can do that, right? If we do this. No, I can't. I can't rebind on the fly. I would have to restart the game, but it would have been a better experience for me because... Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna show you why it's a good thing to be able to rebind. So, right, you are going to come with me on a journey on setting up my Steam controller. So we close the game down. We start our Steam controller. The OG, this is the OG. This is now pretty much 10 years old. The back, you can see it's a 3D printed one, but the back one, this small little plastic pins for the back cover hold up for 8 years. Then I have to 3D print one and get a new one. You know, you're using normal AA batteries, rechargeable or not, and you get 100 plus of battery life for every like, you know, recharge time or swap time between batteries. Right, let's see if the can get it. Here we go. Right, so settings. They have an official layout for shell show. Ew. How do we do this? Templates. Do we have any good and easy? We go angry man. Yes, this should work. X. Edit layout. So let me do this. Left button. Well, we can have this be... Let's start with that for now. Do this. This is slow-mo. This is melee on my right and left button. We have a space for jump. Let me do this. Oh, let me do this also. Press. Add extra command. Hold. And release press. This will change crouching from toggle to hold. Go. Tab key, escape. Right, looks good. Let me take this one away. Here we go. And we have triggers. Full. Looks good, looks good. Have W, okay, that's good. I do need to have a you know what? I'm gonna change up thing, right? So this is how you turn one button if it is a forced toggle to a hold. But I'm gonna change this actually. So command 1, this is going to be dashing, and this is going to be normal press, and this is going to be crouching, which is going to be a long press. Go, pom pom. We go. This is how we do it. This is how the Steam controller thing works. Right. Then we have this, the trackpads. Reload by double tapping, and we have weapons. So this is the pistol. So let me remove This is pistol on 1. I'm gonna guess this. Yeah, this is machine gun on 2. Let me do this for safety precaution. And 4. Don't know how many weapons we're gonna get. Right. And we have outer ring bind command. And it is outer ring command invert, meaning the inner size ring is pressing E to interact. This one we can remove. Yo, let's get into the game here. We have to work, play game. 1, play. Right. We can skip. Nice. Right. Oh, when you dash, you stand up. That's good to know. If I jump, no. Right. Oops. Right. Oops. Have gyro. That's nice for precise aiming. That it seems to be pretty good with the sensitivity here. Oh right, we have healing on the C button. What do we want healing to be? What do we want healing to be? Let's go with this one. Right. Working. Yes. He hit like a stormtrooper. Nothing. I am invincible. Right, yeah, this feels much more comfortable now. But when I can rebind my keys to something that works. There we go. Like the slow-mo. This, you know, bullet time. Definitely feels a little bit like a feared vibe to it. Alright. Right, you can hold... Oh, so this is pretty much a lot like fear. I think... No, in fear, how many healing could you hold? Was it 8 or 9? Whoa. Ooh. Ooh. Very pixelated, interesting. Right. Oh, that's more enemies left. Right. Quite a difficulty here. The enemy definitely hits quite hard. Just like a little bit again. It feels it does have a little bit like a fear vibe to it. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, interesting. Bullet hole. Alright. It's definitely interesting gameplay. Alright, so I have 3 healings. You have something else on the button G. Let me do this for now. E. But immediately you know, since I now, again, this is why we need remapping for mouse and keyboard gamepad. Immediately now, when I have my more classic, you know, FPS button thing here, even if it is for mouse or if it is for gamepad, it just feels more natural. I get into the groove easier. Oh, Alright. Interesting idea here with, you know, melee to refill ammo. Yeah, textures. Hopefully they will improve that. Right, you can also see that maybe anisotropic filtering might need tweaking, because when I walk here, look at this line, it gets more or less blurry here. I feel that is anisotropic filtering missing here. Pick up the Kevlar vest. Again, very fair-ish. The highest quality of these. This sticks out a little bit, but it's nothing major. This is minor thing I'm pointing out, right? If the gameplay is fun, that's, you know, are the key. It is gameplay that's going to be the most important. I'm really not a fan of this leaning. Yeah, really wish we can turn off this leaning thing here. It's wee. Not my thing. All right, I'm getting into the shooting a little bit more. I like this. I like the gameplay so far. Is it anything crazy? Excitingly, you know, refreshing or something like that? No, but it seems like a pretty good, solid, fun bullet time shooting game with, you know, influence a little bit from like Fear games. I don't mind like so far meleeing enemies, you know, to get ammo. Normal difficulty seems like I'm progressing in a good pace. G. Knife throw. Oh, okay, so G. Let me change this. Key is a melee weapon. I like my melee weapons here. Where do we have it? This one. Oh, wrong key. Key, thank you. Grab the knives. And I only have... Oh, this is very precise, okay. And unlock 3 knife kits. Okay, sure, a tutorial. I was trying to see if I could pick up the knife again. Doesn't look like I can pick it up. Oh, but you have more here. Okay, so you cannot pick up the knives. You can only carry 5 knives. Right, and the door is now unlocked. So you have to lead the knives a little bit. I'm not sure how much I like the knife. I'm not sure. I might have missed something about the tutorial if knife can, like melee gives you ammo, but does knife knife kills give you anything? I missed that. Maybe they gave you... Maybe it gave you focus or something? Not sure. I did miss that if it was something telling me that in the tutorial. Otherwise, I'm not sure I like the knife throwing, but hopefully we don't have to use it unless unless I miss something in the tutorial that it gave me something. Oh, grab the shotgun. Right, and this is why I like to rebind the keys again. Shotgun is that, and that is... Alright. Exit of chapter 1, act 1. Wait, what? Hit number keys or up button. Oh my god. Yeah, you need to differentiate this in one way or another. It can get confusing. People might think that you can press up arrow and the down arrow. It needs to be clear that this is gamepad and this is keyboard. Oh, I have 0 ammo on that one. Oh shit, what? Right, we have ammo for this one. Right, that did not go well for me. Ooh. Hopefully it seems like ammo is getting automatically picked up. That's nice. It is definitely a linear game so far. It's okay. Okay, not every game has to be huge open world. I would like to be able to press jump to stand up from crouch. That would help with my... You know what I could do? Maybe not. No, that would probably not work. I was thinking something crazy, but yeah, that is not going to work. I could make it work, but that was some serious... I'm not gonna get into that, but alright. I actually can... This is the power of the Steam controller input, or Steam input. I could actually make my crouch being a hold and still have dash on the same button. But it would be much better to have it just as an option in game. Toggle crouch or hold crouch. I would definitely prefer hold crouch. It might also work if I did a different way. You know, we can try something just for fun. Because I don't know how this game behaves. But let me try something just real quickly here. This could work or this might not work. No, it's not working. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it would treat inputs like that. Yeah, no. We are just going to do... Here we go. Alright. No more dilly-dallying. I hope we get... Oh! Whew. Okay, jeez. I hope they implement the jump kick. So you can jump kick through like these little windows and stuff like that, like you could in like that you could in Fear. I liked the jump kick there. It would be nice if you like also if you like dashed and melee, if that would make like a slide kick happen. Pretty loud footsteps. Right, so it seems like you need to find some power cells. Would probably tweak down the footstep a smooch. Alright, so you need to find, again, it's kind of like a little bit of a, yes, in a way a puzzle, that you need to find multiple of these. Oh. To unlock sealed containers. Sealed oh. Oh, okay. Jeez, okay, I used a lot of healing there, and that's not good. Again, I might have missed something with the tutorial if the knife kills give me like HP or focus or something. I do think it is pretty fun. Gameplay wise, I'm very curious to see how this progress. I'm enjoying shooting and bullet time, but there can definitely be again improvement. Ah, okay. Would be like nice if I could dash through and break these windows. Little things. Also, in these games, it's nice to have like a quick save or something, since you can lose a lot of HP pretty quickly in fights. So quick load and quick save is something that I would appreciate. Okay, very simple so far. Oh, right. Definitely needed that. Right, where was it? We needed 2. Okay, yeah, when you do knife things, it do drop like ammo. That was a terrible knife throw of me. Okay. Oof. Yeah, a quick save and load so I can just quickly redo fights that I mess up in. I only have 1 HP left. There was some knives. There we go. Yep. 4 knives. Okay. Oh, this way. Not sure what I feel about this kind of ambient music in the background. It's not bugging me, but it's not.
For not introducing myself. My name is Van Reno, and I lead a small group of resistance fighters in the region. We fight against the very people who held you in this facility. They're called Arm Attack, a private security force known for their excessive violence and unethical research and development. They operate beyond the law in the name of maintaining order and security in the region. We received word that a special test subject from Preveza is being held in this facility, and that test subject happens to be you.
Would be nice with subtitles, and the music, the ambient background there was a little bit loud at first. The anti-aliasing is not that effective. I wonder if we could get an option for better anti-aliasing. Let's try SMAA here. Seem to be that better. Still a lot of anti-aliasing, right? Yeah, a huge different. Feel that SMAA makes it a little bit crisper some areas, but alright. So some settings for anti-aliasing. Obviously, it would be nice to have DLSS up to, upscaling and DLAA for anti-aliasing and FSR, XCS and stuff like that. And I'm a fan of having frame gen as options. Does this game particularly maybe superly need it? No. But it's a good options. Because I could probably, just if I wanted it for fun, add DLAA and everything, maxing everything out, lock this to 60 frames, use frame gen to 120, and my GPU would be very chill, relax, use very little power, and get really great, image quality and everything, even if it's not super necessary. Frame gen isn't only about, getting higher frames. It could also be a little bit giving you options to use a little bit less power, making your GPU being a bit quieter. I'm not sure why we have the pistol. It doesn't seem that necessary. I guess the pistol is like a backup weapon if you run out of ammo, so you always have a weapon to shoot enemies, which is nice. It's a good option, but yeah, I'm not sure it's super necessary. I think one of the things that I really enjoyed in Doom Eternal was that, hey, the pistol in Doom games has pretty much been sucking ass, or no one really uses it. Just gonna start you off with the shotgun, and they made it work, and I think that was a great thing, because I don't feel that pretty much this is more like I hope I'm not going to have to use the pistol. To deploy, this is weird. Secondary weapon fire is a mine. Okay, so I can shoot the mine. Okay, secondary fire of the pistol is mine. Okay, it's a little bit weird, but yeah. Hey, cool, we have secondary fire. This makes the pistol, I guess, a bit more useful. Just as I was talking about that, I hope I'm not gonna have to use the pistol. Just shotgun and the rifle seems a little bit more interesting, but this makes the pistol more interesting. Sure, mines. I wonder if we're gonna get throwables or not. So far we don't have any. Well, we have the knives. Maybe we should have dropped the knives and have throwables, mines, and stuff like that instead. Maybe. Maybe. Possibly. I don't like that you swap my weapon when we change scenes. Okay, so how do I see how many mines I have? Okay, so when you swap weapons, you can see in the bottom right, it says 0 on top of the number 16. So that is my secondary fire weapon. So I have 1 secondary ammo on this one. And I guess that over the secondary fire, I'm guessing that is my power cells I have equipped. And on the left we have armor, HP, we have 1 medikit, 4 throwing knives. I have my melee, and we have my ability for dashing. And I'm gonna guess that's... I'm not sure what the third symbol on the left there is. Right, interesting. All right, I like the guns so far. I think this seems like a very, you know, a good fun FPS so far. It has some nice things going for it. Right, they seem to really go for this mechanic of, you know, power cells. I wonder if we're going to... Oh, that's a glitch. Flickering weird glitch there. I wonder if they are going to like swap it out in different levels for different mechanics. So far, definitely one of the biggest thing is I would really like to turn off this thing. The leaning thing, having crouch being toggle or hold options, and there was something more that I just forgot what I was thinking about. Was something, I had something on my mind. I completely... That's nice. Again, I misplaced my mine. I just pick it up. Footstep could be a little bit quieter. Yeah, I was thinking something, but I completely lost my train of thought about what I... Screen shake, definitely toggleable. Ooh. Yeah, quick saving, definitely for sure that. Oh, we start all over here. Yeah, quick save is going to be very necessary to really get the most get the most out of this game. Just like in Fear, you can die pretty fast. Try to bait them. You don't want to comply. This is a pretty good gun, you know, with infinite ammo. It gets the job done when you don't have any ammo. It is nice that you can just go and pick up your mines if you place them in the wrong position. But yeah, quick saving is definitely gonna be a key thing to really get the most out of this game, for me personally. Maybe not for everyone. But the quick saves, if implemented, are obviously free. You use them if you like. If you don't like them, you don't use them. Because this is definitely a rough little checkpoint. Right, so I could, you know, I could just... I could just add... Whoa, what the hell? They flanked me. That's nice. I like that. Not sure how they flanked me, but they did. They did not want to go into my little trap. Okay, so they went around that way. This is fun. Even though, you know, I'm mentioning thing here. It's not like it's not a fun game. It's just, it could be quite awesome with some tweaking here. Groundbreaking? No. But really fun. Maybe some people are going to be, even though it is pretty small, some people might want to have like a map anyways to navigate around the place. It's not too crazy so far. I guess this is like a little bit of an hidden thing, hidden area. Like it. Right, so they have this to kind of teach you to look around for extra goodies. Yeah, screen shake and screen tilt on off, crouch, toggle or hold, and quick save so far is the biggest thing. Then, you know, texture improvement, working on the audio mixes. It's kind of rough. If I die now, if I have to restart the entire map here, it's a bit rough. Oh, no, damn it. How long have we been... I'm sorry for this. Let's check something. Right, we are in about 1 hour, but I did restart to remap so we can continue a little bit. Yeah, not sure how long this demo is. It's definitely good enough to get you going and get a good feel for what the game is. Okay, we have full HP. So there's no point in not picking that one up. Right, so now we have 2 power cells that we need some space. There will be times when arm attack forces deploy reinforcement beacons. Reinforcement beacons will continuously call for enemy reinforcement. Oh, okay, so I have to... Oh. Okay. How do I know there is a beacon? Oh. Right, so I have to find this little beacon. Oh, there's more beacons. There's 3 beacons here. Okay, that's an interesting mechanic. You might want to make it maybe a little bit easier to... You might want to make it just a tad bit easier to locate these beacons. Yeah, you might want to make them a tad bit easier to locate. The audio there is... The kind of high frequency is a bit rough at the times. Again, I really need a quick... I'm losing... Just like in Fear, I lose a lot of HP here. So I would love a quick save and load here for me. Like, I don't think the difficulty is bad in the fights. I don't think this is a bad fight. But I would have really liked options to be able to just quickly add like a quick save when I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be a fight here. And then I can, you know, if I die, it's not like crazy punishing. And again, if you don't like quick saves, then you don't use them. But yeah, definitely a key thing that I would like. There was some HP up here, right? Well, it's mine. Okay. Was there some... I think there was maybe in a different place we had some... No, here we go. Perfect. 5 out of 5, and we have 3 healing again. There might have been more healing around here. Don't remember where. Okay, so... Now I need to locate the door out of here, which is... This is where we came in. And this is where a map could be a little bit helpful. Like having marked where I needed to use these ones. Again, it's pretty small. Ooh. I wanted to like you deploy mine before that happened. I'm getting into the throwing knives a little bit. I haven't run out of ammo on this normal difficulty. It seems like a good balance, normal difficulty. Going for like the higher ones are going to be quite something. I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy watching Draku play on the ultra hard difficulty and just demolishing this game. Right. Also, again, I would like to, when I transition, to keep my previous gun equipped. That is a very minor thing. Okay, so that one does not reach all the way. Holy mother of damage. was trying to do some sniping here. The game clearly tells you, do not try to snipe, you idiot. Ah, mine. I did drop another mine somewhere here. Did both of my mines explode? Sure, maybe they did. Right. Only two healing left. Right. Probably... No, we're good on ammo so far. It definitely feels a bit generic here with the level design. I hope that different like areas in the game are going to give me like different visual things. Destroy all its connected locking mechanisms. There's a lot, okay. These things to keep track of. They might want to make them stand out a little bit more, the locking mechanism and stuff like the little alarm bots. Oh, okay, so this is 3 locks we need to find. Again, yes. Make the things like this and like the alarm bots, make them stand out a little bit more, maybe would be nice. That one really blended into the background. Oh, I don't have any mines. Ah! Jesus, we're gonna die here for sure. Auto pickup would be a nice option to have. In the heat of the fight, you might not want to have time to just look around and pick stuff up. How much do my healing do? 25 maybe? I need to check that one. It does 50 or 25, so I can heal a little bit more optimal. Okay, we have 2. Can I carry it up? Was it 3 mines, maybe? Can I flank? Oh, this is a... little... This is a secret room? Enemy intrusion detected. Oh, okay, I can't go here now. Maybe later on? Ooh, they do. Alright, pretty interesting. Nice sound effect. Oh shit! Ah! Whew. All right, we got them, we got them. Is this everyone? Oh, I'm still missing one. What was it? Could be... let's see. This feels really fun, so you know. Oh, I have only one of those. I need one more. Right, can I go in here now? Oh. Right, this is a great place for me to like... Oh, I think I want to put down I think I want to put down like a quick save. Damn, okay. Yeah, this is a bit not fun as a checkpoint here. How much is saved here? Quick save is gonna be necessary to really enjoy this. Where the hell did you go? Oh my god, they really... Right, so healing do like 50. I need to make better use of my healing. This is not a fun checkpoint. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, I'm stopping here. Main menu. Yeah, quick save. Or better checkpoints, but quick save, probably. Oh, that's a rough section to replay. I think that can be off-putting to a lot of people, having that happening, right? When you do a little bit of a mistake like that. Yeah, no. Either you're gonna have to have checkpoints before a fight happens, or you're gonna just let the user, you know, be able to quick save, you know, save or manually saving, just some saving there. Right, so you have all of these. I just wanted to double check. There is no saving, right? Yeah, resume option, main menu. Yeah, there is no saving. That's the biggest stopping point for me in the game like this. It's it has really got, you know, satisfying with the combat. Level design, it's alright, but it's nothing that crazy. I hope we get some variations and stuff like that. I think I mentioned it, like the biggest thing with it. I want a crouch toggle and hold in menu. You know, I want to be able to disable the screen tilt and screen shake, preferably. We needed to tweak, you know, with the graphic, the textures could be oomphed up a little bit, you know, when having better anti-aliasing option, you know, when the DLSS with DLA, A and stuff could improve that also, and XCS and FSR. Saving is going to be a really big thing. Then, you know, gameplay so far is, you know, it's on the linear side and everything. A corridor shooter, which I think is fine. The level and everything, you know, is it crazy? No, but it's nothing bad here. Oh, again, hopefully we do get some variation in different later on in the game, like, so we're not gonna be running the entire game in just this kind of office landscape, because that can be probably get a little bit, you know, outplayed after, like, you know, 2 hours, 3, you know, you're only going to run around in an office like this. And again, make some of the, like, the objectives things would be nice if they stood out a little bit more. Like, I had to track the the kind of enemy spawning beacons, and that high pitch frequency was a little bit tricky to kind of pinpoint. Some better way there, and again the panels that you were supposed to destroy, they blended really well into the background, so very easy to just miss them, would make them stand out. There are minor things like that the base thing with the, you know, the bullet time and the guns with the shooting and even the throwing knives have worked fine. Getting ammo by throwing knives and by, you know, melee have worked fine on this normal difficulty. And even if, you know, I died here, that, you know, the normal balancing for the normal difficulty here seems fine. But yeah, I don't think that a lot of people are going to enjoy if they die at my point, having to redo the kind of the entire stage, if you will, the entire act. So right, so it seemed like Act 1, Area 4, this might be the final area of this act, of this demo here. I might have been very close to the end. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. It was fun with the controllers when I could remap them, you know, using my Steam controller, remap and get my favorite thing going. I guess that needs to be mentioned also. Controller remapping for keyboard, mouse or whatever, and hopefully we will get also, I haven't tested it, but hopefully we can have both gamepad and mouse and keyboard all inputs at the same time for Steam Deck and for Steam controllers and other controllers. That's going to be amazing if that is coming or is already in the game that I haven't tried. And obviously resolution options to be able to set your resolution and not being fixed to a 1080p is really going to be awesome to get. We really need that. But it's something worth keeping you know, my eye on. I'm leaving this on my, you know, wish list so I can stay up to date and see if something's going to happen here in the future. But yeah, that's it for everything I can think of right now. So thanks for watching here. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, follow, check back if you don't want to miss me trying demos, games and stuff like that. And if nothing else, thanks for watching. Have a great day and bye for this time.